Hey Jackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Tragedy strikes as Team LSU lose a teammate. Now, LSU made an announcement. It's with immense sadness that we announce the passing of freshman Dylan Radiner. My heart goes out to her family and, of course, loved ones. Rest in peace. Now, this coincides with the SEC Indoor Championships that is currently ongoing. And typically, y'all know if you follow my channel, I don't really speak on these type of issues because I'm not one to monetize these issues. That being said, given the fact that I have interest in the SEC Indoor Championships, and of course, I'm keeping track of the performances from a Jamaican perspective, when I realized the performances from Team LSU, especially on the female side, I had to come back to this announcement and wonder if it had anything to do with the performances that we witnessed yesterday. Now, as y'all know, I did do a preview about, the SEC Indoor Championships and the 200 meters, and I was really looking forward to seeing what would particularly happen, especially from a Brianna Liston perspective. Unfortunately, Brianna Liston did not make it through to the next round, which would be the final round for the 200 meters. Interestingly, now, also, of note, no Jamaican actually made it through. So, not just from a Brianna Liston perspective, we had a number of other athletes that were participating in this 200 meters. We had from Texas, Carletta Barnard. We also had Joanne Reed from Arkansas. But all in all, Trackies, none of our Jamaican athletes made it through to the next round. Interestingly, though, Brianna Liston came up in the first heat where she placed second, clocking at 23.61 seconds. Now, interestingly, when I saw that performance, immediately I thought, hey, this time is not going to hold. There are an entire 9 heats in total. That 23.61 is not going to hold, especially because they go from worst to best. So, pretty much the better athletes have yet to perform in this 200 meters, and already we're looking at a 23.61 seconds. This time is not going to hold. And the reason why Brenna was up first is because she had no clocking in the 200 meters so far for 2025. As such, she came up and she ran at 23.61, and it did not hold like I thought. My immediate thought, though, when I saw the time was, I want to see the race. I want to analyze what really happened in this race. Did she give maximum effort and this was just all she had? Did she run it like she ran that 400 meters in the 4x4 that she performed in? You could tell that she was giving nothing in that race, 100% from my perspective when I watched that 4x4. Was it one of those things? Or, like I announced in the beginning of the video, shockingly to me was, checking out LSU's page and realizing that they lost a team member. And my other thought was, were they affected by losing a team member? Because I also checked on the other LSU teammates that I was looking out to see, Tima God Bless and Nia Bingham, and the performances, weren't really given, and I was actually quite surprised, especially given their performances this season. When you look at it from a 60-meter perspective, they've been doing well and pretty okay when you look at it from a 200-meter perspective, and the expectation was that given the times that they've already done going into these championships, they will go faster, and they ran slower, at these particular championships. For the ones that actually opened up over the two already, remember I said Brianna didn't run any 200 meters indoors so far. But for the ones that already ran, they ran much slower than they have done at these particular championships. And as I said, it made me think, did the loss of this team member affect them in any way, shape, or form? I'm not really saying that that's what happened, because I did also realize that, their performances, good performances from other athletes from LSU that happened yesterday at the SEC Indoor Championship. So it's really hard to say what really went down. As I said, I was waiting around to see the race. To this point, I still have not seen the race. So it's hard for me to say what exactly happened to Brianna Liston or just the LSU camp in general when it comes to the performances in the women's 200 meters. As I did indicate, we also did have other Jamaicans in the race, and they did not progress as well to the finals for the 200 meters. I did point out a Jamisha Ford as the strongest athlete here. Well, she's a collegiate leader, and she just ran 2/100ths of a second outside of her collegiate lead, a facility record of 22.36 seconds to make it through to the final round. mean, leading everybody by, what in Jamaica we would call donkey lengths. You know what I mean? Also making it through as well. An athlete that I pointed out as well would be Kayla Jackson. I did say she was a quality athlete. The performances that we were seeing so far from this season in terms of the 200 meters didn't really show that she was, in great shape. But as I said, when championships rolls around, quality athletes step up, and that's pretty much what I noticed here. Kayla Jackson stepped up and ran a time fast enough to make sure that she would make it into the finals, as well as the other six participants that made it through to the finals to go along with the two athletes that I mentioned. So, based on these performances in the 200 meters, up next we have the 60 meters, and I'm left to think what exactly should be my expectation there. As I said, I have yet to see the race, so I can't really say what exactly went down. On one hand, I'm thinking, hey, this is probably just a nothing burger race where she was just in it and she never gave full effort. Again, we've seen that so far from her this season, where she did participate in that 4x4 and she practically did nothing in that 4x4 at all. So, part of me is thinking, hey, that's probably what happened here. She'll definitely be good to go in the 60 meters. Like we did see her when she eventually opened up her season in the 60 meters. She was guns blazing in that event, expecting to do wondrous things there. However, on the other hand, I'm thinking, were they truly affected by the loss of their teammate? If they were, you can't put a time on grief at all. So I'm keeping that in the back of my mind as well when it comes to these athletes and their potential performance at these SEC Indoor Championships. Anyway, all in all, track is I am wishing these athletes all the best when it comes to competing, looking out for the performances, and of course, I'll provide you with updates, letting you know what exactly went down, and of course my thoughts on everything that went down. Now, the reason why I didn't come up with a video, right off the bat is I was actually waiting to see the race. I was waiting to see the race because I didn't want to just come out and say, oh, they lost a team member, maybe this is the reason. I really wanted to just analyze the race and say, hey, actually she gave full effort and that's all she had. Or no, she didn't give full effort. She definitely has more to give. Expect her to burn the track in the 60. You know what I mean? But I can't really say any of these things because I've yet to see the race. So I waited a bit to see if the race would come out. Nothing came out. So I'm like, okay, let's just talk about it because I didn't want y'all to think I was ducking also. Sometimes y'all think I'm ducking smoke. I never duck smoke. You know what I mean? I'm always here present, ready to go, regardless of how the performances go for our Jamaican athletes. But anyway, today's another big day. I'll let you guys be updated, or I'll keep you guys updated on the performances. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What were your initial thoughts when it comes to these particular, performances? Like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.